Hello woodworkers, I'm here at the table saw today and I'm trying to figure out a good way to calculate picture frames on my dedicated picture frame sled. And so what I've done is come up with a prototype of something that I think might work out for myself, and I thought, well, I'd just pass it on to you and we'll see as we go along whether this idea is going to work. The thing that I have run into is the difficulty of measuring and getting the appropriate measurement for the inside of the frame so that it will match with the picture that you're going to put in, or the piece of glass or whatever like that. A friend of ours likes to put puzzles together, you know, nice scenic puzzles, and then they glue the whole thing to a piece of cardboard and makes a nice wall hanging. So she asked me if I would build a picture frame. The dimensions on the thing are 20 inches on the outside and 19 inches on the inside of the frame where the edge of the puzzle is going to set. And it's always been a real challenge to me trying to figure out how to get the appropriate size on this thing without doing some crazy calculating or running your picture frame through the saw upside down or something like that. So I'll show you my jig that I put together and we'll go from there. It might be worth your while to watch this. I hope it's informative enough for you to stick around and watch this thing. So what I've done, I built this little sliding track that I have screwed to my sled, and here on the back end of the thing I have put a little block here with a wing nut here where we can loosen the thing and we can move it back and forth to get the exact dimension. At this present time it's set so that we're at 20 inches on the outside of the frame. That would be from here to the other end, and down here it's 19 inches from there to the other end. So in order to accommodate that, I have put a little strip along the inside edge of this, and then that way that will kind of hold everything in place while we run this through. You have to realize that I will put a clamp on here that'll hold this thing in place on my final build. But at this point, the main thing I've got going is that I've made this so that it can slide to different lengths quite easily. You slide it all the way up here to about 4 inches. That's a pretty short picture frame when you think about it. And actually, I think I'm going to like this. Maybe you will too. So first of all, what I'm going to do is to run the picture frame through and cut the first cut on it. And then after I've done that, then I'll flip it over and we'll go to the other side, and then we'll cut the second end on it. Now I've flipped it over to the other side after making my first cut. So here we are making our first cut. Then I've gone to the other side, and I've got the stop block set up over here at exactly the same length from the blade. That's what I had on the first side, and we'll run it through. Now I don't know if this makes any difference or not, but just to make sure, I'm going to run the second piece on the opposite side, so we'll just reverse our procedure this time. I might also mention that I have a 100-tooth saw on here, and it's supposed to be a lot nicer cut, but somehow it's kind of chipping things out, so I'm going to have to deal with that. I think you've probably seen me do this little procedure one other time. What I've done is taken a straight edge and laid it up against the end of all of the picture frame. In this case, all four of them are the same size. Then with them all laying side by side, I've clamped it together. And then you can turn, in this case I'm turning it around toward the camera so that you can see what we've got going on here. There are other ways to figure out your picture frames like that, where you have a overlapping front on a picture. Most pictures are that way. But if you have other ideas that you think might do me some good, or would like to see me put together a project, please let me know. And I am going to sign off right now real quickly because we've used up a little time here, and I'd like to get this all put together so that I can post it and you can take a look. So see you next week.